Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to do some more terraforming. Yes, the church project has got me inspired to work. It's raining again. Okay, let's move this discussion inside. That's better. The roof is a little bit leaky, but that's fine. As I was saying, the church project has got me really inspired to be working over this side of the village. So last episode we did some terraforming around the hill that the church sits on. I want to take it further. I really enjoy terraforming, spending time sculpturing the landscape. I really enjoy that. I like to see how the land can be transformed into something a little bit more manageable and aesthetically pleasing. So today I want to do some more. And I think last episode I said that the whole out the side of the church area was going to be something I did well into the future. I want to work on it. I want to fill it in. I want to make it land that can actually be built on. So I'm going to fill that hole in and do some more landscaping. It's going to be a big job. Let's go. that was a big job. I really do enjoy terraforming. It was a big job. It took a lot of dirt and a lot of cobblestone, but I think the area looks a lot nicer for it. Let's go on a tour. So here we have that first retaining wall we built to keep the ground underneath the church and not have it wash away when it rains. And this area has now got a retaining wall. So if you remember, this area is just down from the church a little bit, and there's grave sites. If we go up these steps, there's the back of the church, and yes, in memory of the villager that lost his life to a sheep. I need to do something about these golems. These two golems have been standing here like that for some time. I actually think they're trapped. I reckon this gravestone, the trees and that wall have got them trapped. If I push him, can he fall off that wall? He doesn't want to. I really don't want to destroy some of the leaves of the azalea. There we go. He's got the right idea. Follow your friend. Well, he did have the right idea. Anyway, there we go. Look at this. Actually, take the steps. That's what they're for. So we've got a nice path running down the side here now, making it a lot easier for the villagers to go up to that area. I've been very busy. So this is a nice big flat area with a very big retaining wall. I really do like the way this area is getting some different levels. I always think levels in a hilly area like this makes a place look more interesting. So we've got the big retaining wall, lovely flat grass. Look at the change in the colour here. So we've got the nice rich green grass here, and it fades very quickly to that more yellowy colour. Now this area, I wanted to build this area up, like I said. So I've put in 7 more houses. Each house has got 3 beds in it, so we can get more villagers breeding up and coming out this way. So what I've got here is the making of a gate or a walkway. I want to put in a nice big arch here with a little structure on each side. The idea being villagers can come along here, come up, walk through the arch, and they're in this space. What this space is, I'm yet to decide. I'm thinking of having maybe a work area in here with all their workstations, and maybe a marketplace up here with lots of little stalls and maybe games and entertainment around the edge. Nothing too big. I did look at this space for quite a long time. It's not wide enough for houses. I mean, you could put some houses in here, but it would really waste the nice space that we've created. So I'm thinking work area down here, and then I can see this area having lots of bunting, lots of banners, lots of colour, and be more of a site for the villagers to sell their goods and have a bit of fun. not an amusement park, more like an old village fair or fete. We could have a donkey ride, that sort of old style entertainment, good old fashioned entertainment. So this is where we are at the moment. If you remember the stairs that we made a couple of episodes ago, have a look at it now. This area over here is becoming a favourite area of mine, even though it does have the not so pleasant grass. Just all the structures that it's got is making it a lot more interesting to look at. And I'm looking forward to working over this way a little bit more in future episodes. Yes, I do like that view. And you can imagine that area back there with all the colour and excitement and all the villagers in here working. That's going to be a lovely view. I did put a bell in the church. If we go back up to the church again, I'll show you where I've put the bell so villagers can begin to congregate in this area more. There's the bell with a chain to pull the bell and make it ring. I think that will work. Even though they can't physically get to the bell, I think it still is a meeting point. When I put it in, some of them had green sparkles, so I think that's extended the village. Isn't it funny? You spend all this time putting stairs and paths in, and the villagers just ignore them. Gone are the days where villagers need path block to find their way around. That brings us nicely to the end of the episode. If you have got any ideas for a build that you'd like me to tackle, please put them in the comments. I'd love to have your input. But apart from that, if you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe. Please tell your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!